off the train, though, because he was being very nice. All right, moving on now. Options for All. That's an organization that helps people with disability. They become fully participatory of our communities. And here to talk about their film and media training program, we have CEO Nancy Batterman and board member Ken Barnes. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, first of all, Nancy, if you could give me an overview of what Options for All is.
Sure. We help individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities to become as independent as possible, primarily through employment and independent living services. Help them to grow personally and professionally.
Okay, and one of those ways that you help them is through this media training course that apparently is 80 weeks long.
Sure.
Okay, tell me about it.
Well, it's broken into like 4 semesters that are 20 weeks each. It's run by Joey Travolta,
of course,
the brother
of course.
John Travolta, and it's fantastic. It brings these people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We find what they can do, max out their skill set, and it allows them to live independent lives and work in fantastic jobs.
I love the smile that you have on your face as you're talking about this program. So tell me some of the stories working one-on-one with these folks that, you know, they get this label, and instead of believing it, you turn that around and you say, no, you just have different pathways to go. So share some of your success stories with working with these folks.
So one of the success stories is Will. So he actually attended our partner program, Futures Explored, up in the Bay Area, and he came down to our program as a training aide and assistant, and we did it through an internship. He's now on staff with us, working for us, teaching his peers how to work in the film and media industry. And we recently did a conference, and it was really cool to see him talk. And as he was sitting there, he's like, I'm a teacher. I'm teaching, and it was so exciting to see how he realized how he'd grown in the position.
That is so beautiful to hear that story. And, you know, you mentioned Joey Travolta. First of all, let's talk about, if somebody's not familiar with the Travolta's family and why they're involved. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
I'll kick that one to our CEO.
Oh, there
Nancy,
we go. All right.
With
the boss.
Background, yeah.
So Joey actually started his career as a special education teacher. And then went into the film and media industry just like the rest of his family. And then he started a company, Inclusion Films, and has been doing that for over 10 years. And so he's now partnered with us in San Diego and San Bernardino to bring this film and media program to individuals, primarily individuals on the autism spectrum.
Okay, so this 80-week program, that's pretty comprehensive. I mean, can you give me a layout of what happens over those 80 weeks?
So it's a couple of things. You know, there's the film and media program, which is a big part of what we've been adding on. And as with all of our programs, we find where they are on the spectrum, and then we apply where they are, kind of meet them at where they are in their particular lives. You know, in addition to that, the other things that we do is we have programs that find out ways like how can they live a more fuller life, how they can take care of themselves at home, how they can balance their own checkbook, do things for themselves, or find other jobs. And so that's what's neat, whether it's the film and media program or the others, it's just meeting them where they are and then kind of helping them live their most full life.
It's like any of us. We all learn differently at different rates, at different paces. I know this is resonating with folks at home listening to this. So how can folks in the community, if they want to step up and get involved and help you out, what can we do?
So visit our website. All the information is there, www.optionsforall.org. We would love for people to volunteer. We have a fundraiser. Our major fundraiser is March 14th, 2019. So, but we're always looking for volunteers or individuals who want to make a contribution, participate, or if they know of a family member who might need some assistance, certainly we want to be available for that as well.
I was just going to follow up with that, so they can find out information on their website if they that they want to maybe have evaluated or get into your program as well.
Sure. There's no charge for what we provide. So it's totally inclusive. Everybody come. I'm a volunteer, have been for several years. And so come join me as a volunteer is what I would tell people. We have a lot of fun and helping out these young men and women too.
What would you say to a prospect, a person that's maybe on the fence about volunteering? What would you say as far as your experience as a volunteer?
I would say it's one of the most fulfilling opportunities I've had to volunteer in the last 5 years.
All right, Ken and Nancy, you are doing some great work. Keep it up.
Thank
We're
you.
excited to hear what happens in March as well. I want to raise some big bucks for you guys.
Appreciate it, Ginger.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.